Imagine the most powerful, blinding light that you could ever see. Not counting the sun, though. For sure, there are brighter stars in the universe. Take, for example, Sirius, which is about 25 times brighter than our sun. Arcturus is 170 times more illuminating than our sun. If you were to combine the brightness of all these stars together, it would not even be 1/100th of the brightness of the star you will soon be looking at. It might seem to you that this is nothing more than a plain black screen, and I'm just a lazy bum who didn't finish making the video. But that's not it at all. Right in front of you is one of the brightest stars in the universe. But what's most interesting about it is that you can't see the radiation of its light, at least not in the usual way you would expect. You're about to learn what is unique about this space object and how rap music artists are even remotely connected to the collision of neutron stars in just a few minutes. Before we get on to the most interesting part, I want to tell you just a little about the sponsor of this video. Raid Shadow Legends, the latest RPG with high-definition graphics, strategic gameplay, deep storyline, and explosive clan-centered cooperative battles. In just 3 months, almost 10 million players worldwide have downloaded Raid Shadow Legends. It's received over 200,000 reviews and has an almost perfect score in the Play Store. I was one of the first to begin playing it, and now I'm happy to recommend it on this channel. In addition to online battles, which I love the most, there's a very rich and in-depth storyline, PvE mode with battles in dungeons and large-scale battles against epic bosses, as well as more than 400 champions you can collect and customize. If you follow the link in the description after watching this video, you'll receive 50,000 silver and a free epic champion during the week while you complete the new player program to start your journey. This is an awesome bonus. Don't miss out on this opportunity. See you in the game. Thank you for your time, and now we'll continue on to the best part of our video. It all began in April 2019 when researchers from the University of Bonn in Germany and the Russian Academy of Sciences observed the constellation Cassiopeia, located 10,000 light-years from Earth. In the very center of the gas and dust cloud, the devices recorded infrared radiation invisible to the human eye emanating from a star. It turned out to be 40,000 times brighter than our sun. However, scientists are more impressed by something else. They were struck by the speed with which stellar matter is emitted into space by the star. The matter was recorded moving at an insane 9,950 miles or 16,000 kilometers per second, which is 8 times faster than the hottest stars in the universe. The temperature of the detected star reached as high as 360,000 degrees Fahrenheit or 200,000 Celsius, which is about 36 times more than on the surface of our sun. Such hellish heat is usually only possible due to thermonuclear reactions caused by the burning of hydrogen and helium. This is what makes it possible to observe the bright visible light of stars. Only in this case, there was neither hydrogen nor helium nor visible light. Simply put, astronomers saw for the first time in history smoke without fire. When a star radiates a huge amount of heat, well, it has absolutely nothing to burn. It's like having millions of views on a YouTube channel without posting a single video. It sounds absurd, but in this case, that's the way it is. At first, scientists didn't believe their eyes. Such an amazing discovery turned our whole understanding of space on its head for a moment. However, the researchers soon found the answer and stated that this mysterious object is the result of the merging of 2 white dwarfs, that is, extinct stars. Most of the time, such collisions end in a powerful explosion, which astronomers call a supernova. Although this is all in theory, no one has yet been able to confirm these assumptions, since no one has witnessed the collision of 2 white dwarfs. As we see here, in practice, everything turned out to be quite different. Instead of the expected explosion, the dead stars simply merged into one larger star. The mass obtained by the object was large enough for the star to light up again. But since all the fuel in the form of hydrogen and helium had been consumed, other heavier elements that make up the star's core were used. According to scientists, there are no more than 6 such resurrected stars in the entire universe, and for the first time in history, we were lucky enough to catch one of them. Scientists gave this object the name J005311, as well as the title of Unique Zombie Star. If you could see in the infrared, you would see such an amazing picture. Thus, scientists have proven that life after death does exist, at least on a stellar scale. This truth won't last for very long. Indeed, very soon, J005311 will turn into a tiny dot and then explode, scattering stellar matter all over the galaxy. The likelihood that we'll be able to see something like this again is very, very small. However, other types of dead stars collide a little more often, up to 10 times in a billion years. We're talking about neutron stars. These small points with a huge mass and density, when approaching each other, spin in a spiral motion and accelerate to 1/3 the speed of light. Then the neutron stars merge. They become even more dense under the pressure of their own gravity. They're compressed so tightly that they turn into a black hole, or into another larger neutron star, which within a few milliseconds also becomes a black hole. Unfortunately, we could only observe such a cosmic miracle indirectly through the detection of so-called gravitational waves. These are oscillations in space-time itself caused by the collision of stars. As far back as 100 years ago, Albert Einstein announced the existence of such oscillations, but only in 2015 were scientists able to test his claim in practice when they caught gravitational waves resulting from the collision of 2 black holes. 2 years later, for the first time in history, they managed to detect the collision of 2 neutron stars in a similar way. Such a significant event occurred at a distance of 130 million light-years from Earth. Unfortunately, astrophysicists could not see such a space masterpiece with their own eyes, since they only discovered the collision after detecting the gravitational waves. A similar magnificent spectacle appeared not far from our planet 4.6 billion years ago. 100 million years before the formation of the Earth, at a distance of about 1,000 light-years from our solar system, a powerful collision of neutron stars occurred, which affected our planet more than you might think. After all, it was thanks to this event that rappers are able to wear a gold grill on their teeth. That is to say, that most precious metals, such as gold and platinum, appeared on Earth as a result of chemical reactions that occurred during the collision of stars. The meeting of 2 neutron stars led to changes in the dust cloud of our young solar system and made a huge contribution to the composition of elements on our planet. That distant explosion created all of the conditions for the formation of complex chemicals. About 0.3% of the heavy elements on Earth originated from this event alone. Moreover, in each of us, there remains a trace of this collision. For example, iodine, which is present in the human body. These conclusions were drawn by Imre Bartos from the University of Florida and Mark Sabolts from Columbia University. These scientists examined the composition of meteorites which were rich in radioactive isotopes. After examining the period of their decay, the researchers found out exactly which chemical elements were the result of a collision of neutron stars whose explosive wave swept across the entire solar system. So you could learn some very unexpected things from meteorites here on Earth. In one such instance, scientists discovered a substance that completely changed the way they think about the origin of the solar system. But I'll tell you about that one in one of our future episodes. As you've seen today, the processes occurring at the galactic level are fundamentally different from what's happening on a terrestrial scale. The collision of objects on Earth almost always leads to destruction. But when it comes to stars, unusual space objects are born and simple chemical elements are transformed into more complex ones. In short, the same phenomena at different levels leads to different results. And what level do you think is the most fascinating? Global universal? Planetary? Molecular? Or maybe even quantum? Write your thoughts in the comments so that I can better understand what is more interesting to you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell to be the first to know about new videos, and stay with us because there are more interesting episodes yet to come. And don't forget to tell your friends about us. Science is much more fun together.